Today is the day we're putting flooring into my new shop. This is their solid version, kind of diamond plated texture on top, still has some ventilation out of the back, but really, really cool. It's $2 or under $2 a foot, and yeah, great cost effective way here. We're gonna install these, see how they go, and go from there. All right, so we are finally making some progress in the shop. Again, this warehouse is really big. I wanted to separate it so that I have my warehousing section and then my detailing section. I put up this false wall here. I think it looks super cool. Finally installed lighting. Let me go ahead and pan this up for you guys. This was an absolute pain in the butt to do because my ceilings are so high. You can see all the wires. Where is it? You can see all the wires up there that are, supporting the whole system. So it took quite a bit. I had to, the lights are cheap. They're like $250 for the whole thing. But then I had to rent a scissor lift. And then I had to buy all the cables to bring it up. So it was probably cost me, just the rental of, itself for the scissor lift for 2 days was about $500. So I'm into it probably for $1,200 to have 2 sets of these lights up. Now, are they the best for detailing? They're pretty good. They give you an absolute ton of light. So if you just need a lot of light, those are great. Still for corrections and things like that, I'm still using dedicated lights for that. But these give you a ton of visibility, so awesome. Now, moving on from there, it's time to install some flooring down on this. And for that, in the video I'd done in the past at my home garage, I installed the Vevor drainage style tiles that look like the Race Deck or Swiss Trax brand of tiles. They have the drainage, so if you wash a car, it can drain through. The reason I went with those, there's only 2. I'm not washing inside my garage, but the reason I went with them is because number one, I really like the way they look. Number 2 is I'm not sure about the flooring in my garage as well as here, if it is sealed, meaning I don't want to trap any moisture in there. So I wanted to do that so that it could air out and I don't have any, mold growth or kind of that salt buildup from it. So those were my reasons for that. But in those videos, I got so many questions about people, people wondering like, hey, if you're actually working in your garage though and you drop something, is it a pain to get out? Is it a pain to clean under them? All completely valid questions. And yeah, very, 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 very fair point. So in order to do this place, I wanted to do something different. I still love the look of the other ones and I absolutely love them in my garage. They've held up really, really well. They're actually not that hard to clean. A blower or a vacuum really gets the majority of stuff out. It lifts it all up. So no problem with those. I just wanted to try something different here for you guys so I could give you my opinion on this route. These are also from Vevor, and they're $2 a foot for a square foot, or just under that, I think. Versus some of the other the big name brand ones, you're at $5, $6, $7 a foot. So extremely economical here. And let me just go grab one. So here it is, guys. This is actually 2 of them I already put together, but this is just the basic style, right? All one piece, right? So nothing can fall through, and they have that kind of diamond plate texture to it. I went with black. I might be regretting that just because if you step on it, it will show, but they make gray and all the other colors as well. But I thought black would look really cool in here, so I went with that. Also, there is still ventilation under these, right? There's little gaps between here. It can still vent out somewhat. So again, as far as like trapping moisture in the floor, I think we're gonna be okay with these. So install is super easy. It is literally just tabs on one side, right? That will go into these little pieces here, just snaps into place and it's done. So easy. So let's get to this, right? I'm just gonna move the rest of the stuff out of the way. We're gonna just do a quick sweep and then we're popping these things down. All right, guys, so we are all set. Man, this looks way worse in the camera right now. It actually doesn't look very bad at all, but I'm glad that I'm going to be covering this because, again, on camera it looks terrible. Now, when I initially installed this false wall, I left a little bit of a gap, right? So that the flooring can tuck right under that. Now, again, this is the flooring from Vevor. I already showed it to you. Now, I did just push everything when I swept. I just pushed everything over here for now. I'm gonna have to clean this up afterwards. It's a bit of a mess right now, but this is the flooring, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start in that corner. Yes, start in this corner. We're gonna lay these down. The same kind of thing applies, guys, with these as like any type of flooring. You wanna leave a little bit of a gap, so I'm not gonna wedge it in there. I'm gonna leave a little bit of room for expansion and also for a little bit of movement, depending on the weather changes, right? Now, with these tiles, any type, even the Swiss tracks, if you pull your car onto it, if it's all installed, right, you pull your car onto it and it's stopped and then you turn your tire, these things are gonna move and buckle up when they hit the edge. That's just how they work. That's just, there's no way around it. I saw one bad review on these and it was that they broke when they moved the car on it. And that's, yeah, that's just the nature of these type of tiles. But as long as you're moving forward and then turning, you're fine. So just remember to do that. Keep a little bit of movement and you'll be good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and install these things. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the install. The one thing that I love about these so much, any really tile flooring kind of a deal that for garages and things, is how easy they are to install. You literally just need, I just used a rubberized mallet. Could get some knee pads, I guess that'd be a nice thing. But I just have the box next to me. We'll just pull it out. Just make sure you're using the right direction, right? Two sides have tabs, the other two do not. Obviously it just lines up, but you just take it, line it up really quickly, and hammer it down. Done, right? And then we just go down the line. Now obviously you want some measuring devices. This is a very simple install. But if you have any cabinetry or whatever else, you want to be able to measure around that. You can cut them with a saw. Yeah, they're fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the install. It is currently just shy of 3:15. Let's see how long this takes. All right, guys, we're just about to get started. The other thing I love about these things is it's literally a complete transformation within, again, we're gonna see how long this takes, but within a few hours for sure. So get the area cleared out, get the install going, and it'll be a night and day difference. Here we go. All right, guys, so there you go. I've got about a third of it down right now, and it's just shy of 3:45. So we're just about 30 minutes in. I've got a third of it done, so we'll assume that we're gonna be taking an hour and a half to get this whole area done. This whole area is approximately 500 square feet, about 25 by 20. So an hour and a half and a complete transformation. I mean, if we just come in here, that looks incredible. So I have to run and take my daughter to dance, or actually my wife's gonna take her to dance. I'm gonna stay home with my other daughter. So I'm going to revisit this tomorrow. Alrighty guys, we did it, it is done. The floor is laid, the lights are up. Obviously this video is not about the lights, but they do look great. We're gonna talk about the flooring real quick. Pros and cons, overall thoughts on it. So let's go ahead and walk through. I'm gonna put you guys into my phone so we can get a closer up look here. Now guys, if you remember well, I said this should be an easy install because my walls, right, are just a basic, simple install. Now, one thing I didn't account for is that the walls aren't completely straight. So I have a bigger gap here. It's not bad. I mean, that's a good 2 inches, so not great, but about there. And then you come down here and we are a millimeter off the wall there, and then it bows back out. So nothing I can do about that. Obviously, I did want to leave some room for expansion anyway, so not the end of the world. Same thing with the front here, guys. You can see over there, it tightens up quite a bit. So what I'll do is I'll put some black backing or something there, I guess. This is a unique situation to me. I don't want to put any other kind of molding there. Just, I think it looks good with the black there, but I want to put something behind it just so it lays right. And you don't see that little border there. As far as this side goes, again, I left the siding here up a little bit so this would tuck under. And it did tuck under well, and I probably left it at the right spot because trying to fit it, it was tight. But you can still see some 2x4. So I don't know. Honestly, I'll probably just leave that. It's not gonna bug me too much. I mean, from here, you don't see it at all. But overall, I'm extremely, extremely happy with the install. Very quick, very easy. Now, again, I had, let's see, I think I had 11 boxes, right? Or 550 square feet. The area that I did is 500 square feet, but you always want to order a little bit more just in case, and that's where I laid. So those are just, I don't know if you can see, this just tracks from the cart that I had here. So, and you can see some footprints. So with the black, it is going to be more to maintain, but I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. You know, just get a little mop and run over that. It should be fine. As far as consistency of the panels go, if you look here, this strip here, which was one box, looks a little bit lighter than that side. Not bad, and I'm sure as it wears in, you're never gonna be able to notice that. But that one, here's the confusing part for me, is it's this one and then consistently that one again as well. And those are both in the same exact spot. So I don't know if it actually might just be a reflection from the light, but it's consistent all the way through. So I'm assuming it is just those boxes had a little bit of a variance in the color. Again, not a big deal to me. If you look from the corner over here, really, I mean, you can't see it, but in person, I'll tell you, it's even harder to see. So again, doesn't bother me. The benefits, again, of using this floor, nothing's gonna fall through. I can actually work on my vehicles and things like that. Here, nothing's gonna fall through. Now, if you have an oil leak, I'll test this later on. Will it seep through those gaps? I'm assuming they probably will. It snaps together pretty tight, but I'm assuming something would get through, so just put an oil pan or something like that if you have any concern. But the one downside about these is because they're not vented, right? You do hear a little bit more of an echo when you walk on them. So it's not bad, but just something to note, just a little differentiator between that and the other ones. But overall, guys, I think that these tiles are probably gonna be more appealing to more people for their home garages, right? Super easy install, very, very cheap. I think these were just under $2 a foot, so extremely cheap for this type of a thing. Removable, you can take them with you if you move. So it's a perfect situation for me in my shop here, just in case. I have a 3-year lease. You don't know what's gonna happen after, right? So perfect situation for me. And so many of you commented when I did the vented ones in my home garage that I absolutely love. I really love the way those look. But again, like you guys said, if you drop a little screw or something like that, is it a pain? Is it a pain to clean under? This is a much more user-friendly situation if you're not using your garage to wash directly in, and which I am not. So this was a perfect solution for me. Again, I still love the other ones for sure, but I'm glad that I went with these ones for this shop so I could show you guys the usability case of these, and we could walk through the whole process of installing them, and then again, the little inconsistencies here and there, and the pluses and minuses on the benefit side, like the noise. A little bit of echo to them, but again, not bad. So I'm extremely pleased, very, very happy. I'm gonna link these down in the description for you guys. Again, they come in, I think they come in like the black, a dark gray, I think, a light gray, and a blue, maybe, something like that. Yeah, anyways, I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Look at that. I mean, it looks super, super cool. So, and then with the lighting, home run. So I'm very happy to get this shop going. Again, like I said, storage and stuff will be over on that side. Absolute mess right now from the install. Again, I want to thank my buddy for coming out, helping me with the scissor lift, getting these lights installed. But that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully this is helpful to you. I know, a transformation like this within a few hours. This thing took me to lay the whole floor was a little over an hour and a half because the one side right here, I did have to cut. So that was an extra, maybe it was an hour and 40 minutes or something like that to do 500 square feet, which is kind of your standard garage. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that video helps you. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.